Marvel's Avengers have absolutely assembled once again, but it might be the biggest cringe you've ever seen. What are we talking about? RDJ, ScarJo, and more joining together, but it's too late to save Kamala. So why are they doing it anyway? Folks, we've got answers, and we'll tell you how this could have been done much, much better.
Down with democracy.
Down with democracy.
Is that what we mean, Mel?
Yeah, together we're gonna tear down democracy.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another edition of the Pro Channel. It's a video of excellence coming your way, and it's excellent because we have not only the editor of ThatParkPlace.com and the host of the Trent Report, John F. Trent, but also Lorena Creole. Welcome to you both.
Thanks. Glad to be here.
Absolutely. And folks, as we get ready to dive into this one, click the like button. You don't have to like what the Avengers are saying, but you do have to like us. We kid. You can make your own decision about us, but we try to be likable at least. Folks, we try to stay out of politics, and as of recently, we've not been doing a great job of that, but that's because politics has not been doing a great job of staying in its own lane. And when it interjects itself into entertainment, well, by golly, that's what we cover, and we have to go there. Now, we're not here to tell you who to vote for. We're not here to be political or partisan, but we are here to give you the analysis you need when it comes to stars of a major franchise releasing a very tired message that may actually damage said franchise at a time when Marvel is trying to make a big comeback. Just wait until you see this video. We're going to play it. You won't believe how bad it is. This from Discussing Film over on X. Not Disgusting Film, Discussing Film, folks. Avengers stars Robert Downey Jr., Chris Evans, Scarlett Johansson, Mark Ruffalo, Danai Gurira, Don Cheadle, and Paul Bettany have reunited to make a video endorsing Kamala Harris' campaign for president. Folks, as we get ready to play this, I just want to remind you that we are now just days away from the election, and so half of all Americans have already voted. The idea that this is going to move the needle, therefore, seems a little silly, and that might actually have something to do with why they're releasing it, when they're releasing all that. We'll explain. Here's the video.
Hi, you guys. Hi, Avengers.
Hey, Scarlett.
Jumping on the call.
Whoa. I think you mean assembling.
Oh.
Oh, that's pretty good. No, that was funny.
Scarlett, it is our pleasure to come together and to get the vote out this election. Come on.
Yeah, how can we be of service?
Well, how about we start with what our voting plans are going to be, who we're going to bring to the polls with us, that sort of thing.
I think Kamala Harris needs a catchphrase.
Ooh, yes, definitely a catchphrase.
How about this? I'm just off the top of my head. I can do this all day.
Shut up. I hate it.
Oh,
Okay, so problem number one. Here's the deal. Panelists, you can be for a presidential candidate. You can join together with your coworkers. And if it's on the left or the right, we're not going to put this on the channel unless it's really cringeworthy. This is really cringeworthy. And it's basically a huge team of the franchise superstars coming together to act like 15-year-old or 13-year-old girls. I don't mean to offend 15-year-old girls. This is more like 13-year-old girl territory. One of the reasons that I think it's cringe is because it's a fail. Because I don't know who this is going to change their opinion. I don't know anyone who would watch this and think, oh, well, these grown adults out acting like 13-year-old girls, that proves it to me. I'm changing my vote come Tuesday. So if you watch somebody do something really badly, that's when you say it's cringe. This is cringe because they're failing absolutely in what their motivation is, I suppose, to do this. Lorena, ladies first. I'll give you first take.
Well, first, what I'll say is it started out okay. You know how the comedy gets set up, you know, and you're expecting it's going to be fun laughs, and they're talking about getting out the vote. Okay, that part they were pretty okay with. But as soon as they start descending into Kamala needs a catchphrase, now you've gone from the territory of this is great for everybody, and people are going to see, you know, their MCU actors just failing and being funny at it, but getting, you know, the message out. No. This goes right into endorsing a candidate. And when you start crossing over into that territory, that's when it starts to get really, really freaking cringy.
So
because it's like a
John
bait
then.
and switch going on.
That's a perfect way to encapsulate that, John. It does give the appearance that the Marvel Cinematic Universe is endorsing a candidate, not just that these individuals are, and it's because they're co-opting the iconography, the phrases, all of that of their franchise when they do this. So I don't know if that crosses a line or not. They're free to do it, but if I'm Disney, if I'm Marvel, and I have any sense in my head, which they don't, I'm going to be a little bit squeamish about what they're up to. What do you think?
Oh, absolutely not. I mean, this is what the Walt Disney Company has been arguing in the case against Gina Carano, that they do approve of people's political opinions and their political
if they had any
opinions
sense in their head, John. If they had any sense in their head, I agree with you. They don't.
Yeah, and this isn't unexpected, right? I mean, we've seen these people be doing this for the past, decade or so. I mean, I feel like Don Cheadle and Mark Ruffalo are very outspoken on what their political beliefs are and the candidates that they endorse. We've seen them kind of do these mashup videos like this in previous years and previous election cycles. So this isn't really out of the ordinary. I think there's been even fundraising calls like this that they've done where they've all kind of come together to do things like this. So I'm not really surprised that they're doing this. My real big question is how many times did they actually have to get the script right? How many times do they have to actually record this to get it right? Because
they need writers.
I mean, you can see the cuts and everything. So.
They need much, much better writers. In fact, I would compare this to the Imagine. You guys remember the Imagine video that came out back during
That's the exact thing that I thought of when I saw this. I'm like, the Imagine thing, that was cringe enough, but this just brought it up to the next level.
Yeah, and that's really saying something, because the Imagine video was a bunch of celebrities singing about the afterlife, except that there is no afterlife in their song during the time when people are passing away en masse. So, yeah, that's pretty poor timing. But if we're saying this is worse, you've really accomplished something, Marvel's Avengers. All right, let's watch some more of this. And then in particular, what we want to focus in on is the inefficiency of what they're doing. Because if they were doing this and they were doing it well, we probably wouldn't cover it. It's the fact they're doing it so poorly on two different fronts. We'll explain the two fronts after this. Here we go.
Okay.
I mean, it's original, but
What about something punchier like, boom. You looking for this?
No, we're not.
Iron Man 2, everybody loved it.
okay, again, I think we're just trying to get out the vote.
Kamala forever.
Oh goodness! Oh God!
That's better. No! They did not invoke
Chadwick Boseman as Black Panther, saying "Wakanda forever."
Iconography of Marvel right there. So
Yes, in a nutshell, right
as
there.
we said, if I'm Disney, I'm feeling squeamish, but I'm not Disney. And as John said, they're not squeamish because they're all about this. Anyway.
Kamala forever.
That's better.
Okay, how about I'm down with democracy? It's just clean, it's simple.
Okay, I like that.
It's hard to argue with that.
Kamala Harris down with democracy.
John, John, these people.
I love it.
John,
This
these
is
people
great.
are-
You're calling this cringe? This is absolute 100% fantastic
John,
comedy.
these people are imbeciles. I mean, they're.
Oh my God! It's like, do
This is
you hear
scripted.
yourself?
This is scripted. This ran through like a bunch of people. Like I love it. I love it because they're telling you what they actually think. These people are all SJWs, whatever you want to call it, woke cultists. The three laws of these people is they lie, they double down, and they project. And what they've always been doing? They've been projecting that Trump is like the end of democracy. Democracy dies in darkness is like the slogan of the Washington Post. And here they are literally telling you what they're going to do.
Yes.
You can't make it up.
I'm shocked at how dumb they are. I mean,
They're not dumb. I don't think this is dumb. I think they're literally telling you what they're going to do.
It's
And
dumb to project
if you actually don't believe them, you're the one who's being dumb. It's like fool me once, whatever that's that line. That
right.
idiom.
But play it both ways. So either they're really, really dumb for not realizing what they were saying, or if it's more sinister as you're suggesting, and they do know what they're saying, then they're really, really dumb for putting that out there into the public in such a crystallized way for people to hang their hat on it and go, yeah, you all are just evil.
Well, they do know what they're doing because you'll see here, Don Cheadle is very clear, and obviously this is 100% scripted, so they know exactly what they're doing. This is
Okay, let's find out what Cheadle says, and then we'll go to Lorena.
But I will, I'll wait.
Okay, after Cheadle
tape.
and Lorena. Here we go.
Oh, tape.
Democracy.
Oh, yeah. I'm Kamala Harris, and I say down with democracy.
I don't know if that sounds the way we want it to sound, though.
I think we just need, can we get some production?
Yeah, I'll pause it. I'll pause it right.
It's not working.
Yeah. No, and to go back to what John was saying, it's obviously scripted, and what they've done is hide something in plain sight. Kamala down with democracy. Okay. They're wrapping an urban phrase for using down, like, hey, I'm down with this, which means I'm okay with that. So they're wrapping it up in like this urban rap, rapping. What they really mean is it's like, yeah, down with democracy. We all know Kamala did not participate in the primary. She did not. She was selected. So they're telegraphing what they're going to do, but they're wrapping it up in this, the kids like that. That's urban. That's catchy. And yet again, you're going to use an urban ethnic phrase to wrap this up in.
The kids were down with this in the 1980s. This isn't edgy to say down with something.
Exactly.
I'm down with this. I'm sorry, Cheadle. You're back in the 1980s. Here's the deal, though, okay? This is kind of like the situation with the Puerto Rico deal. Whoever was in charge of this, except this is worse because this is off the cuff, and well, the joke was off the cuff, perhaps. This is not. This is scripted. This is going through layers of people checking it. Mm-hmm. Someone along the line, the assembly line of approvals, should have said, this joke is moderately, maybe funny. At best, it's moderately funny, and it is damaging. So there is no way we're going to actually do this one. Come up with some other stupid joke that doesn't land and doesn't damage, right? Because we don't want to do damage. And yet they went with the damaging one, John.
Well, that's the point, though, right? And I think Lorena was kind of echoing what I was saying earlier. That is the point, right? They're wrapping it up in this kind of catchphrase here, I'm down with democracy. But as we'll see as we get through the video, it literally turns into down with democracy. It's not I'm down, it is down with democracy. And that's exactly what they're trying to do here. I mean, I think they're telling you in plain sight what they're doing. And it's basically, they think you're too stupid to figure it out because you're going to continue to vote our way anyways. And it's just kind of how they think of people. They think people are stupid, and they're not going to realize what they're doing. I think that's.
They would have more power.
It is scripted and it's done on purpose. They know that this could be interpreted as foolish or whatever, but it's not.
They would have more influence at this point if Marvel was successful. But the things that these people apparently believe in have diminished the franchise such that people aren't listening to them because most of these stars, quote unquote, are now irrelevant. And the irrelevancy was gained by gaming the Marvel franchise to become a very partisan and ideological thing. All right, let's play the rest, and then we'll have discussion.
I'll just push back a little bit on that. I mean, I think that they have made significant inroads into pop culture, and they've done it obviously through Marvel, through Star Wars, etc. And there's a reason why they're touting these people out, because they still do have influence, and they have significant influence. When you look at all of these people's X accounts, their Instagram accounts, whatever, they do have influence. They're not going to be doing this if they didn't think they didn't have influence. And these people do know that they have influence, and they know that it doesn't influence people. So I think just trying to dismiss that is kind of foolish.
I'll give you the reason I go there, John, and it is that these stars, these celebrities, are from a bygone era of Marvel, and they all wanted Marvel to do what Marvel has done. And because of what Marvel has done, the celebrities that are on the screen are celebrities from phase 1, 2, and 3. 4, 5, and 6, there's nobody there because nobody's watching, so nobody cares to have those individuals on the screen. Now, all of these legacy Marvel characters, these actors, they wanted Marvel to do that. And now Marvel's going to have to run to them and say, please, please come back and save us. But there's no guarantee that's going to work. Even when I cover stories that should be absolutely earth-shattering, like Robert Downey Jr. coming back to Marvel, scoops that he's not just going to play Doctor Doom, but he's also coming back to play Tony Stark, those videos underperform other franchises now. And I'm not here to say that I'm the absolute barometer, but I can detect public interest is waning significantly on Marvel. Agatha's the latest one. Where are the stars of Agatha in this? They're nowhere to be seen because nobody watched them.
Right. I'm not discounting the fact that Marvel's influence has waned. I'm just saying they still do have influence. And there's a reason why they brought back Robert Downey Jr. to be Dr. Doom and potentially even more for the next phase in order to kind of bring Marvel back out of its slump that it's currently in.
Yes.
Well, let me add this also to the discussion. The other reason I believe they brought out these characters or the actors from Marvel, phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, and so much, is because that's where the bulk of the money was made. And for the people who care about it, like myself, like others, like on the Dark Council, like Mark with a C, who actually did a video on this, we see this, and this just pisses us the heck off because we've invested so much time and emotion into those phases. Those are the ones who are spending the money. Now we're not spending the money like we used to, especially from hearing things like this. So I can see why they went with that, because with the phase 4 and 5 or whatever, Pro, like you were saying, those people are nowhere to be seen because they're not making the franchise any money, and they haven't made the franchise any money in the past, really.
Right. All right. Let's finish this out. And then I've got a question specifically about RDJ for both of you. Here we go.
With democracy.
I don't know if that sounds the way we want it to sound, though.
I think we just need, can we get some production though?
Jarvis? My name's not Jarvis, but whatever.
Oh yeah, that's right. Down with democracy.
Down with democracy.
Is that what we mean, though?
Yeah, together we're going to tear down democracy.
Will you stop playing heroic music under yourselves?
I'm Kamala Harris, and I am down with democracy. Did I sound enough like her on that one?
That was great. How many Golden Globes have you been nominated for? I'm just curious.
Yes! All right, that was awesome.
No.
Oh my gosh, that was propaganda.
Okay,
Gonna
so
tear down democracy.
yeah.
They
So
told you
here's
what you're gonna do.
my thing. I got 2 ways to attack this one. Number one, they've released this the weekend before Election Day. Half of America's already voted. The impact this will have is far less than if it had come out 2 weeks ago, yet they chose to release it now. The second thing I want to ask you all about is Robert Downey Jr. is returning to the MCU. That's perceived across the industry as being a very big deal because people supposedly love RDJ, and I think people have. But the reason that people have largely loved RDJ is because he was a unifying kind of figure. He was a comeback story who stayed out of politics, out of the mud, out of partisanship. Now, he doesn't go entirely negative in this, and so that's a positive, except that he's now associated with this crazy thing calling for the tearing down or the down with democracy thing. It's insanity. And so I think that they're playing with real fire here because they actually are putting this now in the position where bringing back RDJ will land with a thud as people say, you know what? I liked him better before he got in the mud. What do you all say?
I would have to agree with that 100%. When back in the day, RDJ, I mean, he was kind of out there, but wasn't blatant like, okay, you have to vote for this Democratic, candidate. And that's what annoys me. That's what aggravates a lot of people like me, because RDJ seemed to be kind of like out of that. I mean, he'd mention things, but he wasn't like hardcore, you have to vote for the Democratic, candidate. And now with this coming out, also hearing statements like when he was talking about Elon Musk saying that he was a recovering white male.
Right, talking about RDJ, not Elon. RDJ claims that RDJ is
exactly.
He's recovering from his maleness.
Recovering white man. I'm like, why the heck does that even matter when it comes to that? And then you see him in something like this, and it's blatantly for a particular candidate that obviously they're trying to push. It's going to backfire massively, because any modicum of interest that I had in possibly seeing Robert Downey Jr. come back as Dr. Doom in Fantastic Four, no, my interest has completely dropped.
And that is the danger when people become overtly partisan, especially at a time when many people are just hoping they won't be. John, when it comes to these celebrities, it seems to me that they have failed utterly in whatever it was they were attempting to do, unless they're just going to rub people's, face in the fact that they don't care anymore. They're going to do what they want. John, I'll let you give the final word on it.
Yeah, I think that has a lot to do with it, right? I like to talk about humiliation rituals quite a bit, and I think that has what you're talking about.
Not in favor of them, though, John. We just want to clarify. You're not in favor of humiliation rituals, we hope.
No, but that's exactly what they do here. We have the power. We're going to rub your face in it, and you can't really do anything about it. And I think that is kind of part of what this is, right? You thought you knew what the Avengers are. Well, we control the Avengers, and they're voting for this candidate, not the one that you might want them to vote for, or even they're not even staying out of it. Like, we control them. This is us, and you can't really do anything about it, and you're just going to have to sit there and take it. And then you have to take that knowledge, and if you want to actually try and engage with a Marvel film or something like that, that's in your mind now, right? So that's kind of part of that humiliation ritual that I like to talk about there. So I definitely think that is 100% part of it.
I'm just glad Jeremy Renner wasn't in this. I'm glad.
It's interesting who wasn't in it, right? I'm actually surprised they didn't bring in Dave Bautista, because you know that he's totally on board with this stuff. But Chris Pratt,
where was Tatiana?
In it either.
You know, Tatiana's so unlikable they can't even have her on. So that really says something for you. That's She-Hulk, for those of you who don't know.
Yeah, she said she got fired from Deadpool and Wolverine.
You know. All right, folks. You're not fired from this channel. We hope you'll come back. We hope you never get tired of the content we produce, because each and every day is just for you. It's to edify you, to add value, and help you be wiser about what's going on all across the entertainment industry. If you like content like this, consider clicking the like button, share, subscribe, click it, and stick it to those pesky algorithms. It is the notification bell. Drop a comment right on down below. Let us know your thoughts. And folks, get over there with haste. Become a subscriber of the Trent Report, as well as Lorena Creole. John is doing phenomenal work each and every day, one of a kind in the entire industry when it comes to covering entertainment. And Lorena, well, she's giving you honest takes when it comes to theme parks in a way that will help you not only save money on your vacation, but also actually have fun. What a concept! Folks, get over there and subscribe to them, please. On the way out, we send you this message. We shout it to the heavens. Keep learning, keep growing, and as ever, keep having fun.
Okay, these colors just seem to conflict with your natural tone.
Wilton, what are you doing?
Obviously, we're getting Jose ready to throw his name in the hat to be the next CEO of Disney.
That's ridiculous. He's not qualified for that kind of role.
Well, of course he is. He's a wonderful candidate for a corporate puppet.
What on earth is happening?
He's literally a foreign agent by all accounts. You think honoring boundaries is a thing? No! This is Disney! He's got diversity points, green skin, and a wig. And most importantly, he likes to destroy things and blow them up, whether they're from the past or from now. He shows no discrimination.
Okay, you know what? I really can't argue with any of that. So,
right?
You two have fun. I'm gonna go read thatparkplace.com and watch WDW.
Okay, bye. Okay, Jose, say magical experiences.
I already hate this.